Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, people of Los Santos, whatever time it may be for you. Thank you for tuning in to the show. My name is Daniel Rivera, and you are watching the very first episode of Weazel Weekly, where we take a look at the top stories from around the city and beyond. I'm glad you could spare some of your time to join me today, and I do hope you enjoy. Without further ado, let's get into the first story of the week. On Monday, July 13th at approximately 4 in the afternoon, a mass shooting occurred directly under the East Highway Bridge between an unknown group of civilians and the police. While we don't know the specifics of who exactly this group of criminals were, it was clear that they only had one goal in mind: cause chaos and create violence. It seems they were successful. A good stretch of the highway was blocked off by police barricades where at least 5 police cruisers and 2 ambulances were parked, showing signs of damage from bullet holes and shattered windows. The situation even got so out of hand that the SWAT team showed up soon after I arrived on the scene. I attempted to ask one of the officers standing by what exactly happened, but was unfortunately unable to get any information out of him. Officer. Hey, listen, can I get a quick word about what's going down right here? Can you give us any information? And as you can see, there was no response. So I turned to another officer. Hey, officer. Any information you can spare on what happened here? What went down?
I'm not really allowed to speak about that. I'm sorry, man.
No problem. Just trying to get anything I can.
I get you. You got a job to do.
As seen in the footage, it seems that there were still a few of them on the loose on the top of the hill. Cops are attempting to handle the situation with the utmost care and make sure that it didn't expand into an even bigger and more violent event. I could only gather a little information on the shooting as the police did their best to cover up any evidence left behind. What I do know, however, is there were several casualties on both sides of the encounter. This was by no means just another crime. This was a deadly, bloody shooting. The SWAT team didn't take too kindly to me being on the freeway filming all of this.
I realize you're on the freeway, right?
Yep.
Fucking move or you will be moved.
What do you mean?
10 seconds. Get off the freeway.
Alright, relax. The entire encounter lasted over 45 minutes, with 1 or 2 suspects still on the loose, resulting in a car chase downtown. This one suspect was apprehended quickly with the help of the SWAT team. Since the police weren't going to budge on giving any information, I stopped and pulled up next to a man who seems to be watching the whole incident go down and asked him a few questions to see if he had anything he could tell me.
How many times do I have to fucking tell you to leave a scene?
Talking to a reporter.
I'm just getting a quick statement.
Talk to him for a story.
We'll move.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get a quick statement.
There's no
You're not getting
scene
a
even
statement.
going on here. None of you were over here.
Alright.
Yeah, it'll take like a couple minutes and then we'll be out of here, officer.
I'm not a public relations officer, so I'm not giving a statement.
No problem.
I'm giving a statement.
Alright, we're here with one of the witnesses who is just at the crime. He says he has some information. Sir, what can you tell us about what just happened here?
Hi, Brody. So I ain't a snitch or nothing, so I can't really say no names. But basically, I pulled up over that way, and I was sitting in my car. And I heard a bunch of shots, so I looked, and there's like 6 people up on the hill over there, and they busting at cops down in the fucking highway and shit, bro. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, yo, should I get involved in this or should I not? And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill. So then I sat in my car, and then I drove over this way, and I just see a bunch of dead cops, my guy. Like a bunch of dead cops. There had to be like at least 4 cops dead over here. Then there was a couple of civilians that were dead too. But then basically when I drove back up there, everybody had already cleared out. Niggas took off. Junk was crazy though, bro. It was like a war zone out this bitch.
And do you know any of the people that were involved in the shooting?
Nah, you you see, man, I can't really say no names, but yeah, I know a couple people, you know.
Do you have
Everybody knows everybody though, you know.
do you have do you have any idea why this went down or what the reason was for the shooting?
People just tired of the cops, man. The cops are abusing their power, and people are tired of it. It was about to happen, bro.
As Mr. Baker stated, it seems that this is yet another case of the people of Los Santos being fed up with the cops and their supposed abuse of power. Whether or not this is true, it could be that this event is the turning point for the people to take a stand and start expressing their opinions on the matter of potential abuse of power from the police department. On a lighter note, the fashion show was a huge success. A lot of people showed up to support the performers, and it was overall a great time. If you want to know more about the fashion show, please make sure to check out our lead reporter Lena's report on our channel. That's going to be it for today's stories. Quite an uneventful week. Not much has really been happening lately, but hopefully things will pick up next time. I want to thank you again for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time in the next episode of Weazel Weekly. This has been Daniel Rivera, signing off.